everyone. Welcome back to our final Therapy Tip Tuesday together. I'm Miss Meghan from the Wandshaw office, back to share my last therapy tip of the month. With Thanksgiving 2 days away, this is the perfect week to do some themed activities with your children to help them get ready for the big holiday. Today, I will be sharing my favorite speech and language activities that are engaging, versatile, and will get everyone in the holiday spirit before we spend the day surrounded by turkey and family. In the days leading up to this holiday, you can read Thanksgiving books that incorporate traditions, food, and parade floats. One of my favorite classic books that I remember reading as a kid is There Was an Old Lady That Swallowed a Turkey by Lucille Calandro. This book can be used in a multitude of ways to target important skills. One of the best ways to use this story is by targeting sequencing and retelling. For this book, I like to print out a picture of the old lady's head, cut out her mouth, and attach it to an empty tissue box. You can cut out pictures of the items that she eats throughout the story, such as a football, hat, and a balloon, and have your kids try and recall the order in which the items appeared. Another language goal that can be targeted using this book is vocabulary and object attributes. Expanding vocabulary is important for reading comprehension and oral expression. Children need many exposures and connections to fully learn words and maintain their vocabulary gains. Words such as float, wheels, and horn, which resembles a cornucopia, may be words that appear throughout this book. These may be words that your children are unfamiliar with as they are holiday specific. To target this goal, I like to print out pictures of each item and have the child point to the object when the specific attribute is named. So for example, you can have the child show you something that is a fall decoration, show you something that is seen in a parade, and show you something that gobbles. Lastly, this book is filled with CVC words that are perfect for rhyming. I like to use minimal pairs, which are two words that vary by a single sound, such as fan and van. I will print out cards with these words on it and mix in random, unrelated words to make it fun and silly when we are contrasting sounds that don't rhyme. So some words that are seen in this book that are great for rhyming are hop, hat, ball, and hand. For the little ones, a great speech and language craft to do is make hand turkeys. So first you trace your child's hand and then draw lines separating the fingers from the palm to create those feathers. This activity is easy and is a way to practice vocabulary, colors, and following directions. For other kids, you can write speech sounds or words in the feathers to practice those articulation goals. So for example, if you were practicing the vocalic R sound, you can write words such as feather, November, Thursday, cider, parade, dinner, and gather. On the actual day of Thanksgiving, you will probably find yourself surrounded by an abundance of food and desserts such as sweet potatoes, stuffing, and pumpkin pie. This may be something that your child has been counting down the days for or has been dreading. One way that I like to target those dietary repertoire goals is by doing a pre-feast taste test and talking about all the food that we may be seeing. You can grab a piece of paper, draw columns, and write yes, no, or maybe. Sit with your child and use some adjectives to describe the food items. You can compare to other items that your child may already like. So for example, if your child likes chicken and is hesitant to trying turkey, you can talk about all the ways that they are similar. Use adjectives in describing words such as soft, hot, chewy, and salty to help paint the picture as to what those foods are going to taste like. Separate the food items into the different columns and discuss all the different foods that they will be exposed to. Thanksgiving is a holiday surrounded by family members and relatives. You may be driving far or near to see people distant or close. This is a great opportunity to prepare your child and practice those pragmatic goals. So you can work on answering questions, initiating conversation, and topic maintenance. Print out some social scenarios and role play with your child. So for example, you can discuss topics that are appropriate to speak about with cousins, aunts, and uncles at the dinner table. I also like to work on problem-solving scenarios. So for example, you finish dinner before anyone else has finished and you want to leave the dinner table. What should you do? I like to provide option choices and discuss why certain ones are more appropriate than the other ones. These are just a few Thanksgiving activities and crafts that you can do to target your child's speech and language goals before and during the big holiday. Thank you all for tuning in to my videos for the month. I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you all next week for another Therapy Tip Tuesday. Bye.